And welcome back, everybody, to the Stone and Crane Show. We're here back-to-back weeks, believe it or not, bringing you our, midway point predictions for the F1 season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old F1, man. It's been a fun year so far.
Yeah, it's been very exciting. It's nice to see some competition at the top, I will say that much.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all the years that Lewis has won it's been a breeze, but the last few kind of have been, so.
Yeah, majority of the last, especially I think the last like three, right?
Yeah, it's been kind of put away too many races before the end of the season. So
Yeah.
I hope this one drags out all the way to the end, man.
Yeah, I think it will. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good, man. So
let's just hop right into it. Here, I can share my screen to you. Yeah. Get a glimpse of Kyle again. Anyways, what you want to go over the results and then kind of go over where the driver's at and then kind of give our predictions for the end of the year? Sounds good?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So we start off with Bahrain, late March. I guess we did a review, but even so, Hamilton coming out on top over Verstappen, despite Verstappen have that very late push.
Yeah.
And then kind of a flip-flop the next round two with Verstappen holding off.
It's Italy, Verstappen, and Norris with third, right? So that was
It was.
That was fun to see, man. I remember being super ecstatic to see Norris finish third that race.
Yep. And we had another Hamilton Verstappen 1-2 in Portugal, along with Spain.
Yeah.
Back to back. Then we kind of mixed it up in Monaco is when stuff started getting real exciting, huh?
Yeah, Monaco was Verstappen won pole, right? So
no,
that's not the one he won pole.
No, Leclerc did.
Leclerc did. That's right, and he blew it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he crashed. Yeah, he crashed in qualifying. He couldn't get the car going before the start of the race.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
So yeah,
and he still. That was and then it broke, right? Like they tried to race anyway, but then ended up breaking, right?
Yeah, well, they didn't
try to fix it.
Yeah, they didn't even take the start of the race, so.
Yeah, because it fell in pre-test or whatever, right? Yeah,
whatever.
Sucks for him it was local, right? So it was one of those things that would have been good for him to be involved in, but.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it is. It happens.
Yep, Verstappen taking it.
Watch those corners in Monaco, man.
Yeah, Hamilton got shuffled down the order and you saw it this past weekend, but at Monaco, there was no passing allowed. No, you had to have twice the car of the person in front of you to be able to get an attempt on to pass.
Yeah. Now, we'll bring that up real quick, man. Are you a fan of that racetrack then?
Not this year. I like. I like the difficulty of it, and I like it being a tough track to pass on. I don't like it being an impossible track to pass on, though. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. I feel like it's those ones. It's like it's almost like if you secure pole, right, and it's your race to lose at that point.
It is
because it's so ridiculously hard to pass people and that's one of those ones like. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's one of those ones where it's not exciting to watch for me.
No.
I like Monaco. I think it's a cool track. I think it looks cool being in the city and stuff, and
for sure.
But it's still like, I don't know. It's not overly entertaining because of that. Because it's just like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of.
I'm hoping next year's car can change some of that.
Yeah, then we'll see what happens next year for sure.
Then
well, Hamilton finished what seventh? That was the one he was struggling yelling at his pit crew, right? So
yeah, you couldn't get past
and then
he got shuffled. Yeah, he got shuffled down in the pits from pitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what were we gonna say?
Azerbaijan. How do you say that?
Perez took his second F1 victory, first of the year. Yeah. That's when Verstappen blew tire late in the race. And then Hamilton did a very un-Hamilton thing and completely fucked up that restart, huh?
Yeah, he floored it, man, and then he just, no, I'm not going to turn.
It was after it. Had such a great start, though. He had a better start than Perez, despite being behind him, and even so.
Locked up, going into the corner, right? And
so Verstappen, saw two new guys get on the podium with Verstappen and Gasly. Both had amazing races to be in those positions, you know. And Mercedes just didn't. I mean, Bottas finished outside the top 10, and really there wasn't any identifiers that really point to why he was so just a slow car. He just didn't race. He was kind of.
It's another tough track, right? That track's not much different than the Monaco track. It's another tight track. There's not a whole lot of passing in that one.
I wouldn't say there's that much, but there's a pretty good passing zone in that coming down to the first corner.
You have a big enough straight. But other than that, though,
sure.
But you got to be within DRS, right? And then you got to be right there with them coming around that last curve. So it's like you really got to push it. There's just not a lot of space. So, because that's that same corner that Hamilton blew out in. So it's that last really passing spot on that track. But there's still more chances to pass in there than there is in Monaco for sure.
I'd say there's more places to pass through than it was in this past race in Hungary.
Yeah, it was weird.
So had that, then we went to France.
Verstappen back on top.
Hamilton
second.
We had Austria back to back, and Verstappen took the sweep there.
Yeah.
So it was great to see.
Bottas then we
getting second at the second Austria race.
Yeah. And we get into the controversial round 10. It was a Great Britain race.
Yeah. Every race is controversial. First race of the season was controversial.
Not like this.
So, yeah.
Nobody sent anybody flying into the fucking race, into the boards.
Robin's racing. Hungry. It just happened. It was a great race.
There's ethical racing, and then there's racing.
Ocon winning was crazy. Glad to see it. It's been Hamilton or Verstappen every race except for 2 now.
Hungary? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to see. I mean, it's one of those ones it's frustrating to watch, to see, when you see crashes like that happen and a lot of people go out, but then it does leave opportunity for people you don't think they're going to finish up high, right?
Yeah, so that's that's happened a couple times last year, and now it's happened once this year with Ocon winning.
Yeah.
So another first-time winner. I think we had 3 last year or something. First-time F1 winners, something like that.
I don't remember.
Had Perez, Gasly. I want to say there was one more.
I'm not sure.
That was the first 11 races of the season. We got 23 total, so 12 more. We'll be in Belgium at the end of August, so not for 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
It's a fun track. We got a lot of fun tracks.
It's going to be good. It's good, man. I think it's good, man. They're all taking a break, and take that month-long break for them, and then they'll be able to rest and get back on it. Hopefully, their cars are going to be okay. I'm really worried about the Red Bull cars. It's a lot of damage back-to-back weeks.
Yep.
So,
yeah, they were saying it's gonna hurt them later. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's all strategic planning from Toto Wolff. Hamilton took him out in Great Britain, and Bottas took him out in Hungary, dude. We're in the hunt now.
Obviously, Hamilton's much better at it, though. He didn't take out the half the field when he did it, or himself.
So I would disagree. I think Bottas did it way better because he took out half the field.
Yeah, but it's a two-person race. You only need to take out the one.
Take them all out.
Technically, Bottas failed at that, so
yeah.
Max is still driving.
Barely though. I don't know if you call that.
It was driving.
Duct tape.
Limping, but it was driving.
I mean, he did get some points, right? What did he get? 2 points?
Yeah, he got 2 points.
I mean, you're right. Okay, he did do some driving, but not nowhere near what he would have been doing.
No. So look at the standings.
The disappointing disqualification from Sebastian Vettel finishing second.
Yeah.
And they're doing him because of his gas fucking in his car and stuff, and it's just.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's frustrating, man.
Yeah, I don't. It's a little hard to understand how he was, because there's nothing that you can do to use more gas. They took that away, right? You can't actually put it into high revs anymore. So
yeah, I don't. I don't
understand. Weird. They just My guess is maybe they underfueled the car just a little too much.
Yeah.
And at the end of the race, it's where he was at. So.
Yeah, I think that's just I mean, it's just one of those things it's on his team, right? I mean.
Yeah, I don't think it improved. I don't think it improved how he raced. I mean.
No, because I don't think that by the time it came down to the end of it, I mean, would Hamilton have caught him? I mean, I don't know, maybe, but
nah, I don't think so.
For sure I don't. Not. Right, I
mean, he was right there with Ocon, so the whole time. So.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It is what it is. It's not much you can do about it. It sucks that it happened to him. I'm not. I'm not the biggest Vettel fan, but I don't want to see him lose a race like that either. It sucks.
Yeah. Unless it's Hamilton, I'm not rooting for that. Anyways, no. No, that's known. So we got Hamilton and Verstappen 1-2. Top right now. Hamilton up by 8 points. This is what we predicted. We predicted Lewis being on top of Verstappen by the end of the year anyways. And at this point, even though Hamilton is leading, it's hard not to see, I feel like when both of them are on the track and both of them are racing full races, I feel like Max has won more than Hamilton.
Yeah. I think Max has the faster car. I really do. I think he handles the pressure better also.
Yeah.
I think you're really seeing a different. It's not that Lewis Hamilton can handle the pressure, but I think you're seeing a different frustration level come out of him than you've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Being passed and not being able to catch him and just frustrated, and whatnot. Which is good. It's good for racing. It's good for F1 to have that type of competition.
Oh, for sure. And then we got a three-way battle for third place, which is crazy. It's crazy that none of them scored points last week either. We got Norris, Bottas, and Perez, which Norris obviously being probably the biggest surprise of the season. I mean, I knew he was going to do better. I knew he was going to be competing for podiums and potentially a win. But he's a hit out of the park. He scored in a point in every race up until that last race before being taken out. So his consistency and speed has been amazing. I mean, McLaren, if they keep improving the car, he's going to have a real shot at battling at the top, for years to come. Bottas, obviously, Bottas and Perez probably both have been a little disappointing. More Bottas, obviously, because I feel, he's done better in recent years. Who has had a better car, anyways, to do better. Or Perez, it's first year in Red Bull, so a little lenient on him, I guess. But even so, there's been a couple races where even Perez has probably been behind the ball a bit. But
yeah,
and there's been races with Bottas, and they've both been. I mean, they both have a fair amount of DNFs too. Bottas with 3 of them, which honestly, Monaco wasn't his fault at all. He would have gotten top 3. I think he was racing second when that lug nut got stuck on his wheel or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then obviously Hungary, that was all of his fault. We
Yeah.
talked about this race earlier. That I'm not sure. I mean, he's been there. He's obviously hasn't been quite as great as some would hope, but and then there's 3 DNFs, and then Perez
He only has 1.
only has this last one. I mean,
Yeah, but he's just got some low finishes, man, where you think that he'd. I mean, he's not.
He's
low.
only got
like
2 podiums
middle,
as far.
middle of the top 10, right? But
Yeah. Top 5.
he's still one of those
Other than
Yeah,
this one,
5,
right?
6, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6 mainly, right? 4, 5, 6 is his main stops. Other than that one win, he's got 1
Yeah,
third
4 or
place finish.
5. Yeah.
But mainly it's like 4, 5, 6. So it's. I was
4 or 5,
expecting
yeah.
around there for him. I wasn't really, I thought that maybe he'd be a little bit more competitive when it came to like third place finishes. But with Norris racing the way he is, I think it's really pushing that back. I think it's being
Yeah.
completely different.
Norris had only 1 finish outside the top 5, and that was Spain before DNFing this last race. So,
Right.
yeah, he's been fantastic. So we got a dog barking.
Yeah. Emmett doesn't like neighbors.
Yeah, screw them neighbors.
People on the street,
Can't be on my street, boy. And we got the Ferrari boys, man. Carlos has been great, honestly. Because Ferrari hasn't seemed fast, but now he has 2 podiums this year. He's playing well, or driving well, I
Yeah.
mean.
I feel like they're I don't know, man. Last year they struggled a lot, right?
I feel like their qualifying effort has actually at times been better than their racing effort. I don't know if that comes down to strategy, when to push, when not to push, that kind of stuff, taking great tires maybe.
Yeah, there could be a lot to do with a lot of that. I mean, it's hard, man.
Sainz, he's in a new car too, so.
Yeah, I feel that way about a few of those guys, man. That's where I thought like Perez would do a little bit better than he is, but I think he's still racing solid. And then Ricardo, man, that's when I thought he's kind of like where I figured he'd be at, right? I mean, I don't still think he's caught his stride yet.
No, I don't think he's caught his stride yet either.
Hopefully we will stop saying that and he'll actually catch it and be competitive.
Right, I want him to be. I like Ricardo quite a bit, but yeah, I think he's in kind of in the same position as Sainz and Perez. They're still figuring out the car. And I think that'll give him another. It took him till his second year at Renault to really start doing things for them. So I'm pretty sure he's signed on to next year yet too. So
yeah,
I think that as long as they keep him next year, I think he's gonna be. Depending on where the car goes in terms of ability wise, I think he'll give it pretty close to the maximum the car can go.
Yeah, for sure.
Pierre Gasly has been.
He's just that middle of the pack guy, dude.
He is.
I feel like
he's been pretty consistent. He's only got. He's got 2 DNFs. In that first race, Bahrain, he was setting up for like a top 5 finish. He qualified high. I don't remember what happened to him in Styria.
Yeah, it was so long ago. Yeah.
and then Great Britain he got 11th. But other than that, he's been able to score points.
Yeah,
and even
he's always for points, man. So
yep, even a podium.
Yeah, I like Pierre Gasly a lot. I think I'm more. I don't know. I thought Yuki Tsunoda would have been more productive than he has been.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of that
Rookie
transfer
thing, right?
from F2 to F1.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's got a mouth on him, man.
Does he?
Yeah, dude. He's always telling the pits to shut the fuck up.
Let me drive, man. Let me drive.
He's always cussing at him, dude. He's always mad, screaming at other drivers.
His best F1 finish in Hungary. Obviously with the mixed up field, so.
Right, with that crazy field, it's gonna be.
Yep.
Like we said, you're gonna see
with the win. That's great for Renault.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude.
He hadn't finished too well up until then, obviously. I mean, Alpine is a little behind, obviously, even for a bit of a mid-pack team. So.
Yeah, I mean, what Alpine, Ocon and Alonso, at least they're right now in standings are 10th and 11th. I mean, I think that's higher than what we had them at, right? I mean, originally in our original postage, so they're racing pretty good as far as.
We had 13th and 14th for Ocon and
13th and 14th.
Fernando Alonso, yeah.
Where did we have Renault Alpine, or where do we have Alpine finishing? Do you remember that one?
13th, 14th.
Didn't we do a constructor one though too?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what the constructor one was.
I'm sure we had them right here in 6th.
It's probably in the same spot. Because right now they're
7th,
in 5th.
7th right now, yeah. They're 5th right now, so yeah.
Yeah, they're 5th right now, Alpine is. And that's, man, the driving by Alonso this year.
I mean, Aston Martin, we gave a lot of credit to, and
they are not showing up.
No, they're not. And then also
Vettel just tried, right? But then he got taken away from him, though.
Yeah.
But Lance Stroll's not raced where I thought he was going to race this year.
No.
He's been struggling, man, which is I think it's their car, man. Because even Vettel's complained about that car a bunch, and so hopefully next year they'll, like we said, we'll see what happens with the new cars. George Russell, man.
He's been all right. Oops.
I mean, he's got some DNFs and stuff, but he's
been all right.
Yeah, I mean, he's got tons of skill, right? So Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, it's kind of they are where we thought they'd be right now from Romero.
Yeah, maybe a little lower. I mean, they finished fairly well. They finished like 10th, 11th or so at Bahrain, the first race of the year. So I kind of pegged them around there for the year. But ever since then, they've been outside the points. Just haven't been able to come up with anything. They didn't even score at this last race, so. I think Kimi
that middle
scored
of the
a point.
is
Kimi scored Kimi scored 1 point, but yeah. And then Haas.
That middle of the pack is just hard, man.
It is. So the tail end of those cars are just at this point. I feel bad for Mick and Mazepin.
Well, it's good for them, man, to at least get the experience put in, right? And you're getting time in the cars and the tracks, and you're racing against this top competition, and you're seeing what it takes to be that good. So it's all a win for them. I think even though you're in shitty cars and you're getting lapped all the time, sucks, but not everybody can drive a Silver Arrow.
Nope, there's only 2 of them.
Do you think that? So, who do you think are they going to call up Russell then next year?
I think so. I think they're going to call up Russell, and I'm not sure where Bottas is going to go. He can go anywhere, honestly. Many have him talks of just Russell and Bottas just flipping seats, but at the same time, I don't know if that's what Valtteri wants. I don't think he wants to go back to Williams.
Yeah. Well,
So, I mean, there could be opening in a couple spots, in Alpine, Aston Martin, AlphaTauri, maybe even.
does Alonso plan on racing next year?
I don't know for sure. I think he's only on a 1-year deal. So
Yeah, that's what I thought was only
a lot of drivers are on just 1-year deals. I'm pretty sure both AlphaTauri guys are on 1-year deals, but
yeah, I don't see Gasly going anywhere.
I don't see either of them. I don't see Yuki going anywhere either.
Yeah.
So
I think they're trying to build that team as much as they can with what they're doing. So
yeah,
but we'll see. I mean, you never fucking know, right? With F1, drivers change teams, so it's just kind of what happens there.
Yeah. Who knows? There could be a spot open at Red Bull next year too.
That's true. Yeah.
Because Perez is only on a 1-year deal, so
yeah.
I don't think Bottas is going to Red Bull, but maybe
No,
they bring back.
I don't want to see
Gasly.
That. Yeah, if anything, I'd like to see Gasly move over and take Perez's spot, but I'd like to see Perez keep getting more shots, man. I don't, we'll see what happens, but it'll be an interesting end of the year.
Yeah. Want to come up with our end of the year standings now?
Sure.
So we'll just put the Haas guys at the bottom, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just unfortunate for them, man. They're just not gonna.
Yeah, I think obviously Schumacher's done better at Mazepin, but
yeah,
it's still. I mean, it's really their best of the rest of whoever doesn't crash. if no one crashes, they're 19th and 20th. So
yeah,
it's
there's just no speed coming out of those cars. Man.
No, not at all. So they're not better than any team at any track. So
no.
Coming up at 18th and 17th, who we got?
I'm gonna stick with the Giovinazzi and Raikkonen, man. I don't see them changing anything.
Really, I still think Alfa Romeo still has a better shot at scoring points than Williams does.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's possible, but it hasn't been
Williams
shown
only
yet
scored
either,
points
right?
just as this last race, and that was more circumstantial than anything. They got out of the pits at a really great position.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And they were at a track that it was really hard to pass at. So I mean,
you could, but I mean, they've only scored a couple times this year, and does that mean there's only a handful of races left? And in the 11 races they've had, they've only gotten 3 points total together.
You're right.
And so it's like you got 12 more coming. So it's like, are they going to be able to get past any? So at this point, Raikkonen will have to get at least 3 more points to pass Russell, and Russell won't be able to place anymore. Right? So it's just at this point, it's a numbers game, right? Of
sure
who's going to be where. I think Raikkonen can definitely do it. I mean, for sure, place. It's just, man, that middle of the pack. It's so hard finishing 10th, 9th in F1, man. I like watching those battles because it's like every week it seems like it's a battle for those to at least just get a point. So
you got Giovinazzi, then Raikkonen. Raikkonen in 17th. So. And then for 16th, for 15th, 16th, who you got?
I think Russell will end up getting more points than Latifi.
Think he's gonna score a couple more points yet?
I think towards the end.
I mean, that was the first race he's ever scored points in an F1 race.
Yeah,
and it was because half the field got crushed.
I believe in him.
Got a lot of belief. I still think
he's gotten close a couple times.
Okay.
He's finished 11th and 12th a couple times, so it's.
Yeah.
I feel he's been getting better as the years gotten going on. So.
Sure.
I'm hoping. And Latifi, I don't. Latifi would be lucky to. I don't know. He doesn't. He's usually back there battling fucking Schumacher. So
Yeah. Okay.
what's with the George Russell hate, dude?
I don't hate him. Don't like the car he's in.
This man over here just disliking George Russell, man. Is it because he's from Great Britain?
Yeah, you're right.
Is that why? Because he's from Great Britain? That's
For
messed
sure.
up, dude.
For sure. Only
Damn
reason.
red coat. All right.
13th, 14th?
I have no idea, man. This is where it's gonna get
Right.
hard. I mean,
It's like these are for sure
Right
the
now
bottom
you
three
have-
teams, right? This is for sure the bottom
and now you
team. These two are for sure the next two. So it could be Alpine. It could be Aston Martin. It's got to be between Alpine, Aston Martin, and maybe AlphaTauri. Obviously, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull aren't finishing this far down the order.
they have to be at a teams in each one.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
I mean, because
Looking
I
at
don't
current
think that.
point standings.
Yeah, because I don't see Tsunoda catching like Vettel or Alonso at this point, and I don't see Stroll doing it either. So
So you think Stroll and Yuki?
yeah, I think so.
Who do you got where?
I just go with where it's at. I just say 14, 13 now. Stroll, Yuki,
I got Yuki Stroll.
Stroll. Okay,
Yuki Stroll. We'll go
Yuki
Yuki
Stroll.
Stroll.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think at this point they both have 18 points as it sits right now.
Yeah.
The likelihood of them placing the next 12 races is going to be amazing, even if they do. So if they do, awesome. I like both people, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
And then who do we got?
Vettel in 12th.
Yeah, Vettel 12th. You don't think he's gonna climb at all?
Well, no, just by their standings. There's Vettel's in 12th now.
I got
So
Vettel
it's- you got-
finishing top 10. I think
You think
Ocon
he's gonna-
finished 12th.
Yeah,
I don't think
You
he
think
scores.
Ocon finishes
He hadn't
12th?
finished inside top 9
yeah.
before that race.
No, I'm completely okay with that. I think that makes
then-
sense. And then Alonso right with him, right?
Yeah. Alonso just ahead
Yeah.
of him.
And then Vettel.
And then Vettel, yep. 10th.
Then, yeah.
And then I guess we gotta go. What are we doing next? That is the question. Is it Ricardo? Is it Gasly?
I think yeah, that's hard, dude, because I
feel like both
Gasly
of them
more
could
than-
hit strides right now,
right.
and both just
Yeah.
take off and even punch themselves even higher than where they're at now.
I think Gasly has shown more promise by like his, by like pole positioning and like some of the races that he's done. I feel like he's come from behind quite a bit already this year in some of the bad decisions that team has made. AlphaTauri's picked their team lead or whatever just made some weird choices with pitting times and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like at this point I trust Gasly more than I do Ricardo to get more points. But I could be wrong because Ricardo's still a really good driver.
He is. If you
he's
were
in a
talking
really
about
good
this
spot.
4 years ago and we were talking about Vettel and Ricardo finishing 9th, 10th, they'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Because they were competing for wins
I'm gonna go
not too long
Gasly
ago.
in 9th just because
Gasly in
Ricardo's
9th?
in the better car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Just
agree there.
Ricardo's in a better car.
And I could see both
that's-
these drivers finishing above both the Ferrari drivers, depending on what happens. We don't know.
Yeah.
But
That's the crazy shit, dude. It could be nuts, dude.
mhm.
They could catch a. Both of those guys got the talent to do it, but
yeah. Who do we got 7th?
Leclerc.
Leclerc.
Yeah, I'm sticking with that. Essentially, what that
You think
is. Leclerc.
Sainz is a better driver?
I just think this year he's been right. I mean, I think Leclerc's just.
I mean,
he's
Sainz just got ahead of Leclerc just this last race. in points.
Yeah.
That was because Leclerc crashed.
But Leclerc hasn't had. He's had one podium this year, right? Okay.
Yep.
One
So
podium.
is
Yeah, one podium. And that was in Great Britain.
Sainz is at one.
And that's because Hamilton crashed Verstappen, so that he wouldn't have one if it wasn't for that.
Damn
it. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It's tough because I like Leclerc.
Yeah.
So
I like both of them.
I don't know, man. That's a toss-up too because it just depends on who races better. I feel like Leclerc races a little bit like Verstappen, man. He takes risks and he gets himself into some trouble sometimes.
Sure.
But man, he finishes. Pretty good. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you got it?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That's rough.
Go to Leclerc 7th and Sainz 6th.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Top 5 time.
Yeah.
Who do we got 5th?
I don't know, man. Having a hard time with that one too.
Oh man, I really want to say Bottas, but
yeah, because man, dude,
I think it's gonna be Perez.
If he wouldn't have DNF'd last week, man, he probably would have pointed. You know, he probably would have placed pretty high, and they'd still be battling.
I just think Mercedes is set up better for the second half of the season.
Yeah. I agree. I just don't think that. I think battling with Norris up there, man, and with how it is, I just don't feel like he's. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like he could be racing better than he is, and he's still racing decent. It's not like he's racing horrible. It's just I expected more third place finishes out of Perez than what I've been getting, the fifths and shit like that. So
yeah,
I'll just keep him at 5th. Works for me. Yeah.
Okay. And then, who do we got 4th?
Bottas.
You think Bottas?
Yeah, I think Norris is going to keep turning it up, dude. I think he's going to keep doing well, and I think dude, if it wasn't for the DNF last week, he's been in the top 10 every week.
Yeah, but I still think Bottas' track record is better than Norris. Norris has been consistent, yes, but I mean, you can't deny how many podiums Bottas already has this season. I mean, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 6 podiums, and Norris has what, 2?
2? 1?
2, 3.
1,
He's got 3.
1,
He's got 3 podiums.
3,
yeah.
3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3.
He's just been more consistent, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I don't. You can get podiums, but when you finish in DNFs and I don't know, man, it's gonna be.
I mean, it's only a 5-point difference right now, so it's anyone's game for that 3rd spot.
Just don't want Mercedes to win anything, man.
I know, but you just gotta accept what's gonna happen.
I think you gotta accept what's gonna happen, dude. And I think Norris is gonna be better.
Okay, we'll keep Norris 3rd.
Okay. Gotta have some faith, man.
And then we gotta pick the winner.
I still think it's gonna be Hamilton.
You still think it's gonna be Hamilton?
Yeah, I feel like with the damage done to the cars and this shit, I
kind
feel
of
like
the same reason I got Bottas over Perez.
Yeah,
I think Perez can be a better driver than Bottas. I also think Verstappen is potentially, better than Hamilton, week in and week out anyways. More races than not, I guess I should say. But yeah, it's gonna be tough for Red Bull. I could see them.
The difference is, man, like, so for me, is like Verstappen's not just racing one guy; he's racing 2 guys. and because he's got to deal with Bottas and fucking Hamilton every race, right? So where Hamilton doesn't have that issue. Hamilton is essentially just racing against Verstappen,
And Alonso.
and it's like, yes, okay, that 10-lap defense of fucking Alonso is the best thing this year. It's so amazing, but Verstappen has to, and their team has to deal with the pitting strategies, and there's just so much more coming out of that Mercedes team. I feel like strategic wise, you've seen it earlier this year. Red Bull made some mistakes, pitting wrong weird times and things like that. Yeah. So I feel like as this year goes on, I don't feel like that's going to change. As much as I want Verstappen to win the whole thing, and every week I root for Verstappen, I just don't, especially now with the 8-point lead. Lewis is going to have to fall. Hamilton, it's going to have to be like a complete flip around for another couple races in a row. So unless Verstappen could come back.
I mean, Verstappen could win the next race with fast lap, and Lewis Hamilton could finish second, and they'd be tied.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. So Verstappen's still gonna have to win the next couple of races to take a good lead. Sure. And even then, even to catch a lead, he's gonna have to win 3, 4, 5 more races, or Hamilton's not gonna finish. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you're gonna need a DNF from Hamilton, which
I don't know.
When was the last time he DNF'd?
I don't know. He hasn't this year. Other than bollocksing it at the Azerbaijan race,
right?
He hasn't. He's been consistent.
Yeah.
What happened to him in Austria? Do you remember?
Which one was that one?
It's his only finish outside podium other than that one other race.
The Monaco one? Monaco, he had 7th, and then Azerbaijan he had 15th. Yeah. And then Austria, who
finished
won
4th?
Austria?
Max Verstappen did. Bottas getting 2nd and Lando getting 3rd.
I don't remember. I'll have to rewatch that one. Probably bad pit timing or something.
He started 4th too.
Yeah.
Just slow there, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was one of those races where he's crying at the fucking people the whole time over the mics. But anyway, yeah, I just does the guy here, dude. I'm gonna check something. His last DNF was in Austria, 2018.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're not running in the pack and you can avoid all the crashes.
Right. When you're on first place or you crash other people, you're always going to get DNFs, or you're not going to get any DNFs. The dude's good, man. It's just smart racing. He's a fucking machine out there. Yeah, and that's why I just feel like it's just when it gets down to the nitty gritty and stuff like that, I just don't see it really changing a whole lot at the end. I think that Verstappen's going to make it close the rest of the year for sure, but I don't.
Yeah, I hope it comes down to the last race of the year.
Yeah, I hope they come back from break. I hope Verstappen fucking wins it, and then they're like neck and neck, and even if Hamilton gets fastest lap or somebody else does, it doesn't really matter. I just like to see them continue to be neck and neck the rest of the year.
Yep,
would be awesome. Even if they flip flopped, you know what I mean? Or Hamilton finished. It'd just be cool to, like, the last race of the year, one of them has to win it to win it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Would be fun to see. So, and then that's when Toto tells Bottas to crash Verstappen.
Yep.
I would. If I was Toto Wolff. Be like, just bump a little bit. Just bump him. Just hurt his fenders. Be all right. He'll be fine. Yeah. I think that's pretty much good to go, man.
We'll be completely wrong.
Oh,
Alonso's
sure.
gonna win his third championship. It's bound to happen now.
He's gonna win every race here on out.
Yep.
Could he even win if he did that though? How many points does he have?
Yeah.
I don't even
It's
think.
still it's 250 some odd points. 275.
Where's he at though? He only got 38.
Yeah,
He's
but he
100
could score 250 points if he wins them all. That's more than what the leaders have. It's possible. That's possible
but did
for
you stop them
Mick
from doing
Schumacher.
anything?
It's possible for Mick Schumacher to win the championship right now. Still.
Yeah, but you'd have to stop everybody else from doing anything.
Well, if you DNF, you don't get points. Just yeet them out of the way.
So what
Rubbin's
you're
racing.
saying is
Rubbin's
every race,
racing.
Ocon should just crash everybody else and let Alonso win.
Yeah,
This isn't NASCAR, dude.
it is, though. It's NASCAR,
No,
but
man.
foreign.
It's NASCAR before.
Obviously, NASCAR is what started it all. Because America starts everything.
Yeah, we're definitely the creators of everything.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah,
Typical Americans.
we're the best. We
We're
have
the
the best
best.
everything.
Americans
Jesus.
yelling at their TV that they won the Olympics and everyone else is just like, so? Oh my god, America's greatest comeback ever. They won the Olympics. So,
How do you win the Olympics?
I guess the most gold medals, apparently.
It's just
That's-
so dumb, dude.
Yeah,
It's
who
so dumb.
cares?
You know they're getting rid of baseball for breakdancing?
Good.
Whoa.
At least it's really exciting.
Are you fucking serious right
I'm
now?
fucking serious. Anything's better than baseball.
You're a NASCAR fan. You're saying that baseball is not exciting? More excitement in 2 outs of a baseball game than there is the whole season of a NASCAR race.
For sure not.
Yay,
Ever,
lefty!
ever see one of those guys get yeeted over the fence? I don't think so.
Woohoo, lefty!
It's a lot more exciting when a car flips over a fence than it is when a ball does.
Oh no, man. I don't like to watch people get hurt, dude.
People get hurt every day, man. It's part of the job.
Nope, it's not part of my job.
Entertainment business, man. It's a tough life. Get paid all these millions of dollars I don't know what to do with.
Yeah. Didn't, I mean, I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
And then I cry because Rubbin's racing and I got bumped and I can't control my car and I crashed. Oh God, what have I turned into? Anyways. This was fun.
Yeah.
This is our predictions. Obviously, this is what's going to happen because, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm surprised there's 18 drivers with points this year, though. That's, I think, more than what I predicted. I thought there was going to be like 16.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe Mick can sneak in a 10th when,
It'd be awesome, dude.
when like 7 cars crash.
I'd love to see him just pull a point.
7
out, dude.
cars will crash, and then like Mick will be running 11th, and Mazepin will be down, being lapped by the guy in 9th, and he'll just turn into him.
Oh shit.
That's called teamwork.
That's teamwork, dude.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right, dude. Not in F1 though.
Nope.
The only time I've ever seen any really team play was freaking Alonso's amazing defense of fucking Hamilton last couple weeks ago. That was just
What are you talking about?
like the
Michael Schumacher. You know how many races Michael Schumacher won because his teammate let him
Oh, an F2?
No, Michael, not Mick. Michael,
Oh, Michael. Oh,
Daddy.
yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. Back then, people actually had fucking cared about their other teammates and shit. Now, I don't. No one gives a shit. You think fucking Bottas and Hamilton go out and have beers? Those fucking guys hate each other.
No, but I can see Bottas and Raikkonen go and have a beer and just not talking to each other the whole time. Sitting on a porch. Fucking finish.
I don't think any of these teammates are like friends. I don't think any of them
What?
fucking help each other out, dude.
Nah. Norris and Ricardo are great friends. And when Sainz and Norris were together, man, they were best buddies.
Yeah, you say that.
They were.
If it came down to it.
Well, yeah, they're yeeting each other off the road.
Right. It's like,
Fuck, if you and me were partners, I was yeeting you off the road. Even for a point, I would.
fucking, no, you wouldn't have to, man, because I'm your teammate. I'd help you. I'd be like,
No, you'd be like,
"Here you go,
oh,
buddy."
go ahead, pass me. And as I'm passing you, you'd be
Take
like,
it.
turn.
No, dude, I wouldn't, because I'm a
Yeeted.
good teammate. I'd be like, oh, man, here comes Stone. I think he's racing a little faster than me today. Why don't you just go ahead and take it, my friend? And I just let you go on by, man.
Fucking park the bus on you.
It's not all, it doesn't all have to be fucking aggressive and fucking hate, man. You can just be
Aggressive.
nice and just be like, hey,
Gotta
man,
be
I'm
aggressive.
not doing as well today. Just go by. It's just better that way, man.
Just better that way.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's got to be so aggressive. Life's not about eating everything, man.
Mick looks so happy in this picture.
That's because it's probably before he started racing.
Man, this is like Mick before
was
he's tested the car, and this is Macepin after he's tested the car.
He doesn't count, dude.
Mick doesn't know yet. Macepin knows all too well.
Resident's Russian, dude. He doesn't know how to smile.
Uh,
I don't think it's possible in their country. I don't think that's a real thing.
fuck. At least it's not as creepy as when Max smiles.
Yeah, well, that dude looks like the Joker, man.
He does, man. Like,
Yeah,
he's got some scary looks every once in a while. It's like, I think he's gonna kill that guy.
Yeah, dude. I wouldn't want to be in a dark alley with Max Verstappen in a bad mood, man.
I think that's why Ricardo left. He's like, man, that guy is creepy.
Gary, I want to be there. It's terrifying me.
Fuck Netflix. They won't put that in. They put it in.
That's funny.
Yeah. Who else can we talk shit about? How about Leclerc getting 2 poles this year and not doing shit in either of those races?
Yeah, that's bad luck, man.
Yeah, the Monaco
the-
one for sure.
The Monaco one's totally his fault, though.
Yes.
He didn't have to freaking. He yeeted himself around that corner.
Do you
dude.
think he would have held on to the pole though?
I don't know if he would have held on the pole, but he definitely would have at least,
Done something?
placed.
Yeah. I get you.
I mean, it's still going to be hard no matter what you do with Verstappen on your ass. But I mean, he could have. I don't see why not. But it's going to.
Let me just do this. That's a little better. There we go. Oh, drag him down. Yeah.
Did you put Vettel up there?
What? No. Nothing happened. What are you talking about?
Vettel up in first. That's Stone's prediction. Vettel's going to win it all.
Vettel wins it all.
I hope not.
No, not in that car. Not this year.
No. All right, I think that's about it, right? Covers it all, right?
What do you think your spirit animal is?
My spirit animal?
Is it an F1 car?
It's definitely not an F1 car. Definitely not an F1
Let's
car.
finish this. Here comes the outro. The outro's rolling. Like and
What's
subscribe,
yours?
by the way.
Is it a NASCAR?
No.
Yours is a frisbee from frisbee golf, right?
No. Heck no. My spirit animals. Grogu.
Grogu?
Yep.
Does like little metal balls.
Balls.